clean.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
Clean.
Radio edit.
Clean and serene.
This is important, by the way. We are totally recording. This is live.
It's gonna be in the bloopers.
It's okay.
Coming soon with Electrik Fit. All right, so we're good.
Welcome to the Revup Fitness Podcast. The show for fitness professionals and fitness enthusiasts.
Hey, pay attention. Hey, for 39 seconds, I need your attention.
Go behind the scenes of the health and wellness industry with us. Starting your host, Fit with CJ, side hustle mentor, and the lovely Electrik Fit.
It's my favorite podcast.
And the show starts right now.
All right, you got the laughter out? You good?
I don't know yet, but let's go.
Let's see how it
Oh
feels.
boy. All right. Let me see. What's up, Fit fam? This is CJ, Fit with CJ, myself. I'm here with Marquise, side hustle mentor,
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
and Miss Electrik Fit.
Hey.
Hey, we're here for a spotlight on Fit, the personal trainer, Electrik Fit. So this is episode 2. So we're still new at this, so this is going to be fun. We're here to help with Jamie on her journey as a new personal trainer here in Atlanta, and we just want to talk to her about some challenges she's facing here as far as when it comes to Instagram, and let's go ahead and let's help her with content creation, conversations, and helping her build her audience and marketing abilities here in social media age. So Jamie, first off, welcome.
Thank you.
And we want to talk to you about a few different things. But first off, tell us what's so unique about your style, your brand, what you're going to be bringing to the fitness community here in Atlanta and beyond.
Okay. Well, I am one of the few alkaline plant-based trainers here in Atlanta. I think that's a pretty cool niche to have. I've had so many people come to me and say, well, how do you maintain muscle or build your body and you're not getting protein? I'm like, oh, but of course I am getting my protein. So there's so many things that I've learned in my 3.5-year journey that I can bring to the table and advise ones who were curious but didn't carry out the process because either they got discouraged or just didn't have enough knowledge.
Mm-hmm. So, Marquise, when it comes to, fitness, we kind of go up and down. I should say in our health journey, we go up and down with the vegan struggle. I know Marquise has done a vegan diet for a while and things like that. What kind of misconceptions did you think you had at the very beginning before you went through your journey as well?
With the veganism, I guess, just speaking on that in general or just anything, just kind of like a plant-based diet, I just thought it was going to be kind of hard to consistently stay on. Was I going to be full? I think that was really my biggest thing. Was I really going to be full from just eating plants and plant-based items? Or would I be able to kind of find substitutes? So I think that was one of the things that kind of stopped me from getting started. But I did find a good, pretty meal plan, and then I was able to utilize that and implement it into my day-to-day life. And then I was like, wow, this isn't so bad at all. And I actually felt better than I ever had in my life.
Yeah, what was the name of that program you were on? Was that through Beachbody?
Yeah, it was this Beachbody Ultimate Reset.
Yeah.
So it was like a 21-day nutrition plan, and that was a vegan and plant-based diet for those 21 days.
And what was your results from that?
Ooh, I think first major results was much better sleep. I was sleeping like a champ, where I was really dealing with insomnia before. And then just from a weight loss standpoint, I think I lost probably about 20 pounds or so.
Okay.
Nice.
I really uptake my water, and I was actually eating more on that, and I actually lost. So, like I said, the misconceptions, I was a believer after that.
So yeah, with me, I struggle to find enough vegan things that I like. I'll go stay consistent for about a week or two.
Yeah.
Sometimes even a little bit longer than that. Then it's like, man, I'm tired of eating 4 or 5 things. The same 4 or 5 things over and over. Like we were to Chipotle like kick for a while, and we used to love Chipotle. I used to be on these stuff. So our Fritos bowls every day, and Marquise would tell you like we used to live in Chipotle
every day. Maybe multiple times a day.
Yeah, you know too. Like we would leave Electrik Fitness, and was the first place I would go. I'd be like Chipotle.
We started calling him that.
Yeah. They know who you are when you go in there. It's like, oh hey, you know. So you don't come, they're like something's wrong.
So yeah, that was bad. But yeah, so Jamie, when it comes to your personal training style, would you say you're more focused on full body training, like with cardio more based? Are you talking about like HIIT workouts? What kind of workouts is what are your favorites? I should say to start with that.
Well, I'm a former athlete. I grew up doing some of everything. Mm-hmm. So my personal style for me, not that I impose that on others, because you have to learn people's strengths and weaknesses, what their goals are, and you have to devise a plan accordingly. But for me personally, I do a lot of strength training with HIIT because I lose weight super fast. Mm-hmm. So I definitely want to maintain, whether I'm incorporating HIIT for endurance and a little cardio burn or doing sprints. I do dedicate one day at least a week to functional training and more athletic style to keep my athleticism as well, though. I like to jump over stuff and off of stuff all the time. But seriously, I do more strength training than anything for my specific body type. Of course, there's 3 different types of body types. You have your endomorphs, ectomorphs, and your mesomorphs. So
say that again.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you have your first is ectomorph, the second is mesomorph, and the third is endomorph.
Yeah,
so,
what she said.
I can go into those later on if you guys want, but those, you just basically need to define your body type. And then from defining your body type, you can pretty much attack your fitness lifestyle or what you need to do accordingly to get your desired results, along with what you eat, of course. Can't outwork a fork.
So this is true. You can't. I love that. I haven't heard that one. It took me a second to catch up with that.
Right. It's all, yeah.
So because I always normally hear you can't outwork a bad diet, but that was a different spin on it. I like that. So let's say if I was a potential client, and I came to you for the first time, what would be one of the first things you do with me? Like, what would we talk about?
So first off is consultations up front. I don't believe in like, hey, okay, let's train. This is where we're going to start. So the consultation is basically me asking you questions about your day-to-day. What do you eat? How much sleep you get? What's a typical day in the life for you? Or do you have a sedentary lifestyle where you're sitting at an office desk all day? When's the last time you were active? I need to know all these things, or health history, because you really want to know your client's history, and you want to devise an effective plan that is, if they have health issues, definitely you don't want to cause any further issues, right? You want to definitely know. Also, you just want to see, basically what their goals are, and definitely genuinely be interested in devising that plan, getting to know a person, and going from there. So it all starts with that consultation, that first conversation. And then, honestly, I may not be the right person, for that potential client. So you also have to be honest with yourself. Am I truly here for the people, or am I just trying to get another client? And I'm not that way. If I have to, suggest someone else for you, I will.
So you see that is quality over quantity. I love that. Because there's a lot of personal trainers out there who are just about numbers and getting as many clients as they can. But you're about quality and actually getting people who want your help, and that align with you. And so the results are going to speak for themselves. Because when people are totally in line with you, the same energy and everything, the results are going to be there.
Absolutely.
So you can have, it's better, you might have 30 clients instead of 100.
Yes.
Those 100 though, you may get 3, 4, 5, different people that totally align with you, but they're not really, totally into it. But I was gonna say, when it comes to Instagram and the way you promote yourself, first off, I was just looking through your Instagram page and I saw, I was just looking at it, I was like, okay, is your first post really on August of 2017, or did you delete some pictures before that?
No, that was my very first post. That was me getting out of my brain and just really getting started because I had so many people like, oh my gosh, you got what it takes. What is taking you so long? I had many videos of my journey on my other page, my private page, and people, friends were like, hey, create a fitness page and, show all this, like, your journey. Like, start with you. So in August, I made up my mind.
So I have a question on that. Speaking on the Instagram page, what actually made you choose the name Electrik Fit? What's the story behind that?
Yes, Electrik Fit. I'm so in love with that name. Well, I will tell you, up front, I told everyone that I was asking to help me brainstorm, I don't want fit attached to my name. They were like, why? I'm like, because everybody uses fit. Jamie Fit, whatever fit, fit. And it's so cliche, right? But I end up using Electrik Fit. So Electrik Fit is basically the fusion of an alkaline plant-based diet. Well, I don't like saying diet. Lifestyle with fitness. Electric is synonymous with alkaline, so it's basically the same thing. Basically, you're eating high quality, high pH food, a non-hybrid food. I won't say 100% of my diet is alkaline. I would be misleading you all. I'll say about 80% because, hey, I'm human. I like my plant-based desserts or whatever the case from time to time.
That's real.
Seriously, and nothing is perfect. And if someone else is out there telling you it is, then I would love to meet that person because that's interesting. But definitely, what a lot of people don't know is your body needs electricity to survive. So if you were on an operating table and your heart stopped, what are the doctors going to use to bring you back to life? Electricity. Your brain has different functions that require electricity, right? So our body, we are electric beings, aka alkaline, which we need a certain amount of alkalinity in our diet, right? It doesn't mean that you eat all plants. There are some people that I know are actually pescatarian or flexitarian that may be actually more healthy than some vegans I know because of their food choice, because you can be vegan and not be healthy. You can eat rice and beans all day.
Or this is the title foods. At that point.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Absolutely. And I did start out on the struggle bus a little bit back in 2016 when I started, because I was trying to figure out what to eat. All I knew is I didn't want to eat animal products anymore, and I did not cheat, and I was very successful at that. But I wasn't eating exactly how I should have been eating. So all these things made me, Electrik Fit, the trial and error, and learning about the, human body, definitely adopting a lot of Dr. Sabi's teaching. I'd taken electric food courses from Chef Aki, doing my own research, and just understanding this is not a trend. What is this really about, this plant-based journey?
So when it comes to, let's say, you doing group training versus personal training one-on-one, what is your favorite right now?
Right now, I am more of a group training style. I really like getting people together, same vibes, really us getting together in a group, leaning and depending on each other to get through that exercise and hustling together. I'm all about teamwork. So if you're more into group training in classes, I am your girl. I have done one-on-ones, but it's just something about doing groups that really just vibe with me.
And so the reason I ask that is because when it comes to content creation, you should have no problem there. Because you're going to have groups of people, tons of people there in the room. It's going to look great. And the optics of it is going to be amazing. The teamwork and the community that you're going to build, it's going to be amazing. So with Instagram, you talked about why you didn't want Fit in your name for an Instagram name for your handle. What other things in Instagram that you see in the fitness community that you want to pull yourself apart from, or you don't want to feel like you don't want to be aligned with? Is there anything that you say, hey man, you know what, everyone else is doing this, I don't want to do that,
Well, I guess I really never really thought about that because I'm more focused on myself. I focus on myself and I do what feels good to me. I'm a very creative, free spirit individual. I do have creative blocks in those moments. I know that's my time to be still, just reflect or do a little meditation, but ultimately it's just really not a comparison game. And I will tell you this, and I hate that I'm saying it, right now. Well, I guess I don't, but
Just
I mean,
say it.
it's kind of a love-hate thing. But comparison and competition. If you look through my Instagram, you will never see any of my content that talks about comparison or competition. I believe we speak things into our lives. So if I post something about competition, then I'm drawing that energy. So now I have competition, or I'm comparing. So you cannot find one post. I dare you to go through my post, people.
Yeah, that means you go to my page at Electrik Fit and go follow and then go search.
At Electrik_Fit.
There you go, underscore.
ELECTRIK. So anyway, seriously, I'm just, it's no knock to anyone who does post like that, because it does exist, right? But in my world, my ecosystem that I've created, it doesn't exist to me. I feel like out of sight, out of mind. Only things that I think about are the things that I attract. So I don't attract competition because I don't look at anyone as competition. I look at everyone as a network opportunity for us all to grow. Iron sharpen iron. And if we're meant to align, let's do it. And if it doesn't flow, it's not time yet, or maybe we're just on different, wavelengths right now, and that's okay.
And that's great, because you're really going to attract the energy that you put out.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to, work or deal with the competition or that type of mindset, then, you don't put it out, so you don't even attract it. So
yeah, I don't want that energy around me. I don't even really want to have conversations with others about the C word. It's a bad word. I just really don't. I mean, I will, express why I feel the way I feel. But far as like really going into depth about it, I'm saying I don't want something, but unconsciously I'm still putting it out there.
So who are some of your favorite people to follow as far as in the fitness community online? So this calls you out a little bit, because you gotta make sure you name your friends. You don't leave no one out, right? So you gotta.
Yeah, I mean, it's so many people, and this
Look,
it's one young lady. I forget her name sometimes, so I'm definitely trying to pull her up because she is the freaking bomb to me. Let me see. Where are you? Okay, I'll find her in a second. But it's several people. I can't just narrow it down to just one. That would be unrealistic for me, because I draw inspiration in different ways from different people.
A lot of big names in the fitness community too. She might play low key here, but she knows a lot of big names. She's well connected. Because she's good energy, good people, and people that people support her, and that's great.
I mean, thank you for that. But I understand, and what I had to understand is everyone has done their journey and went through the trenches or whatever the case. And I'm grateful for the people I know, but I also know that no matter who I know, I'm not immune to putting in work. So I'm not that person. Oh, I know, or this is my home. Depending on the situation, but I don't want to be that. I'm grateful for knowing people, like I said, and I learned so much from people, but I want to make sure I'm doing a certain amount of work independently on my own. You said a few people. I'll name a few people.
Okay. Yeah,
I had to let it come to me. We all love Mazzy. I don't care what nobody says. She is one of the GOATs, right? I love her energy. She's always approaching her training with a smile. This is what she's set out to do.
It's her passion.
Yeah, I've been following her for a few years, and I've saw her transition over time, and she's just one of the GOATs to me. And like I said, it's so many young ladies out there, but this young lady, Mixed Morgan, she's out of California. I love her to pieces, and I never met her. But I see some of myself in her, and I guess that's why. I mean, she's into herbs and alkaline diet too. And when I saw a lifestyle, I'm sorry. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, somebody who can kind of if I could have this conversation, she would be like, yeah, I know she would. But and also, even though you don't know people through their page, it's some type of vibe I get when I see her page. It makes me excited to see what exercise she's doing next. But it's so many young ladies. Like I said, I won't limit. I can't think of everything off the top of my head, and you put me on the spot.
Yeah,
I did not have a list prepared.
Put her to the spot.
Yeah, I didn't have a list prepared. And I don't want a list, because inspiration comes from different places, different people, no matter where you are in your journey, no matter if you're a Mazzy or you're beginning, you can draw inspiration from someone starting out and like, dang, I got too complacent, and this new person who's beginning their journey just made me, get back to myself.
Yeah,
So we're here obviously on the Revup Fitness Podcast, so we need to get down to a few things. What do you think we can help you with? Because we're a digital marketing agency,
Yes.
tailored in the health and fitness industry. So that entitles gym owners, fitness enthusiasts, influencers, personal trainers, anyone. And yourself, with you now coming onto the fitness industry and coming of age, what kind of things do you think we can help you with, and what kind of things that you would like us to assist you with?
So it's not hard for me to shoot content. I am a in the moment person. I'm not a planner where I plan content, or it just has to be organic. And I get in my head so much sometimes that, I maybe overthink, post, or like, is this coming from the right place? Because I don't want to pretend to be something I'm not, number one. I don't want to post just to post, number two. So I'm in that like middle space where I know my personality, but I'm trying to communicate it the appropriate way so I won't get caught up in this roboticness, if that is even a word, but I create my own words. So,
actually.
Yeah. So I don't want to, get caught up in this like routine, or I have to have this on this day and this is what I'm going to say. Oh, doesn't this sound good? Like, I want it to come from my spirit. I want it to be organic, but I want to affect and touch people at the same time. So I'm having issues being consistent with the content to where it's true to me, but it's also conveying a message where people can relate as well. That's one of my major issues, I'll say, because like I said, content should be real. It shouldn't be for show.
Yeah, you want it to be organic, you want it to feel natural, and that's one of the things I definitely try to focus on with my page. Obviously when you want to be present it in the best way on Instagram. So with some of my pictures, yes, they are staged. Some of the pictures are, things like that. You might want to, your logo, let's say if you're branding and I have a Revup Fitness bottle and I want to face it.
Yeah.
That's staged. But
that's cool, though.
Yeah, that's planned out.
Yeah.
But when it comes to me working out, look, I'm going to show the bloopers, I'm going to show the struggles,
Yeah.
I'm going to show the realness of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what helps building your bringing your audience and make you feel relatable and realize, look, I'm just a normal person sharing what I do and show your passion. When it comes to building a website and emails, right now email list I should say, have you already started that process, or are you just in the works, or what is that looking like?
So I have started capturing a few emails from my Electric Saturdays that I begun. Stay tuned, everyone, for when they come back around. They will definitely be sporadic from time to time. But I just started with that because in my mind, I'm like, what if Instagram was no more?
Yeah.
Like, how is anyone going to find me? So I'm in the beginning stages of that. So I'm definitely trying to find avenues to collect alternative ways to still communicate with my audience. And I want to start offering things to them pro bono. It's just something that I want to do to add value to other lives, because when you add value to others, you're adding value to yourself, unconsciously, but consciously, right? So I definitely want to find a way to still be able to reach my audience outside of Instagram, and then take it to the next level as well. So I'm in the middle stages where a lot of things I just kind of need a little assistance with.
Have you heard of that story recently where there's a big influencer, Marquise might know the story better than me. I think she had 1 million or 2 followers.
She had a couple of million followers, I know, and I'm not sure what really got her in hot water, but and they pretty much pulled a rug underneath her and deleted her page. So there was articles everywhere, just unfortunately pictures of her crying because she didn't want to go back to her 9 to 5. But just the thought of that was dreadful. But literally all her followers were instantly gone, and in that kind of stage, obviously I don't think she had anything set up, so it wasn't really any way to reach those people.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was breaking down crying, and so she was figuring she got to go to a 9-to-5 job and all this stuff. And it's like, you know what? If she would have just worked with us, she would have worked with us and created, like an email list, customer database.
It might have been 1 million email list instead of 1 million Instagram subscribers. But then you have that leverage. You have that. I look at it as an asset, really.
Right.
Your Instagram page is definitely an asset, but it's an asset you really don't have full control over.
Yeah.
But your email list is really your customer database. If everything was to go down, on Instagram, you could send out an email and reach your customers and say something, or you can send an email to your customers, like if you wanted to promote a special or something that you were running.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot easier method to do and more safe as well.
Because a lot of people will say stuff about how many followers I have, or Marquise has, and Revup Fitness all together in our network. But more importantly than anything, we say, you know what, that's great and all, but how many people we have on our list that we can communicate with on text and email,
Right.
That is what we are most proud of. Because that's real. Like we don't own anything on Instagram and Facebook at all. So when it comes to you trying to create your own email list, have you kind of looked in? You heard of things like MailChimp or different email platforms to build those yet, or?
Yes, I haven't dabbled with it yet, but I have heard of those. Right now I have a CSV file.
Okay.
Probably old school, right? But that's where I have some emails saved. That's why I'm here. I need help.
Oh yeah, well look, with the IT genius right here. So
yeah, definitely, like I
I'm
said,
a millennial.
MailChimp,
Like I didn't get it together. No.
MailChimp is a great suggestion because I believe they're free to start out with, so you can get started usually with them up to a certain amount and just be able to have start putting your contacts into that database. And you still got to know the technical parts of it, but that's what we would assist with as well.
Absolutely, definitely. And then on this journey, as I grow and meet more people, I'm definitely trying to build valuable relationships where whatever I bring to the table, people understand its quality and they want to be a part of it. So.
And the funny thing is about MailChimp, and why we use that to start when we started this journey, their headquarters is here in Atlanta.
Okay.
So we would just pop up over there, So and I would just hey, I have a quick question. I have a few connections over there now, so that's good. So I'm just saying,
Not surprised.
if you
That's one day.
so if you need something in MailChimp, just holler at your boy. I know if you.
He's the plug for everything.
So what about a website? Do you have a website right now?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. Okay, don't beat me up.
No.
These are opportunities for just
Yeah, this
growing
is a
further.
SWOT
So,
analysis.
yep.
Okay, so I don't have a website. However, I did, draw like a blueprint on paper, like the different modules, links, and stuff I would like on my website. So I did do that.
Okay.
I did. But we're gonna put in the atmosphere that the universe that all these things are coming soon.
Oh, it's definitely coming soon, especially being with us, linking up with us.
We'll say July, August-ish, because soon can be next year, the year after that.
Yeah,
you have to put a time.
on it. Put a time. In July of 2019.
You guys hear it first. In the next 60 days, let's try to make something happen.
So one quick thing I was gonna ask.
Or
Do you,
less.
do you know the difference between, I guess, a landing page and a website? I know it's a random question, but just curious.
Kind of, but go ahead.
No, I want him to explain, because this is like one of the things that he specializes in.
Really?
He builds, yeah.
Yeah, so a website is just
Okay.
kind of like going to the grocery store. That's kind of like the analogy I use. Especially going to the grocery store hungry. You're in the mindset, I want to lose weight, so I go to this weight loss website, and it's this here, it's that here, it's this here. It's so many different things. And a funnel, as you mentioned, or I say a landing page,
Right.
is really more like a series of steps that you want a customer to go to, almost kind of like a journey.
Yeah.
So the first page might be like a welcome page. You put in their name, their email, then it goes to the second page where you might have a little story about yourself, and you really have more control over that journey. And because of that, you usually have a better, closer connection with that particular prospect or whoever that lead is coming in, because they've actually been able to go through that series that you've created for them, versus them going to your website. You don't know exactly what anybody to your website is going to do. And so a lot of times people will just go to your website, see a few things, and then they'll just leave.
True.
And then if you don't have like the big difference with a landing page as well is usually you're going to be collecting their email. A lot of times on web pages you're not. So pretty much if you lost that customer, a lot of times most customers won't go back to the same website twice. So.
Nice. I like the idea of the landing page better because it's more personal. You can select like a questionnaire.
Questionnaires, quizzes,
Yeah.
things of that nature. Yeah. And you can collect a lot of information about people that you're bringing on. So when you actually, if they ever was to schedule a call or consultation with you, you have all this information available instead of just somebody going to your website and calling you and you don't have any information. You're kind of like speaking to them blindly.
Yeah. Okay. I see you.
So the reason why we ask is because a lot of people don't know that, and that's kind of one of the ways we've built up a list the way we have it so far, so high, so quickly, I should say, is because we have people. Before you can go further, you have to give us your information up front.
Yeah.
Give us your information up front, your email address, your name, phone number, before it takes you further than that. When we first started with just Revup Fitness Shopify store, like Mark, we said, people would just go there. We had all kind of traction, but we weren't getting anything from it.
Puerto Rican and Black heritage. And of course, it has to be good.
Yeah.
It just has to be good. But my favorite smoothie places, there's a couple actually. I've been going to Kill Me Crazy for a while. Hi, Roy. Shout out to Roy. I have just started, getting a few juices from Juice ATL.
Oh, I love Juice ATL.
Oh my gosh, yes. So Polo makes the best juices. Like, he is super cool too. And recently, I went on a little excursion with CJ to, I think, south of the airport.
Oh yeah. We went to Bamboo Juice
Yes.
from Palmetto, Georgia.
Oh my gosh, I forget the name of the juice I had.
Yeah. You had the lemon and ginger.
Yeah, oh my
That's
gosh.
My favorite. That is so good.
Isn't it so good?
It is delicious.
Oh my
It just
gosh.
refreshes my soul when I can just feel it. So.
That and I Love Juice Bar. Those are the four juice places, smoothie/juice bars that I, keep in rotation.
Did I take you to Juice Heads ATL before? Have I taken you there yet?
No, I've been there one time, but I never had a smoothie. I was going there to get the wraps.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't tried a smoothie, so that's the only reason why I didn't mention them, because I'm not sure what it, tastes like. But those four places.
You gotta check it. We gotta go back. We gotta
Oh,
check
really?
it out. Yeah, we definitely.
I'm
do.
down.
So
Let's do
let's see. And so we said that we're gonna talk to you about some website stuff. Or I should say, actually, funnel. We're gonna talk to funnels and landing pages.
Right.
And we're gonna come up with a plan for emails. What kind of struggles do you think what other struggles you might need assistance with from us?
I mean, I'm an after the fact person sometimes. So as soon as this is over, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have said this, or I need help with this, that. So off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything else. But most importantly, I need to start creating more content for everyone to see, me in a gym. I know that is very necessary. There was a few times that I got a little discouraged. Just because my level of performance or certain things I like to do, sometimes people see it and they get, I don't like to use the word intimidated because I'm just a human being like anyone else, but, I've had people say, well, gosh, girl, I would never want to work out with you. I couldn't keep up. And it's not like that. My own personal style, like I said, I create stuff with whom I'm working with according to where they are in their fitness journey. But I would be remiss to show how far I've came and what I do. So I get in my head a lot like, oh, well, I don't want to post myself doing this because maybe it'll scare some people away. But you know what? Maybe it's not scaring people away. Maybe it's filtering the serious ones,
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, some content is going to be for that purpose, though, to, as you said, kind of like a filter.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's honestly the good way to look at it. So.
Yeah, but I welcome everyone because I definitely like working with all different stages. It keeps me sharp, keeps me, learning more stuff. And just to be able to be adaptable, you don't want to just stay in one lane without adaptability. Life is always changing and you have to evolve with it.
So with Facebook and Instagram ads, do you have any questions around that? How do you utilize those right now?
I just started doing ads.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, I'm not getting into all that. Like, please.
Everyone says it's
Like, it's so extra. Like,
But always pops
no.
up, boost me.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to. But, I think when used properly, it can be effective. And I think it's necessary to a certain degree. It's you investing in yourself. When we get out of our heads and stop thinking too much and really just, be about the business and just use the tools that are available, we can do a lot.
Exactly, because it's really about a numbers game. Like, the more people that you can get in front of, the better.
Yes.
Because, when it comes to engagement or when it comes to, just getting people to act, maybe 3 to 4% might actually take action on what you're trying to do or what you're trying to sell. So instead of just being in front of 100 people or 1,000 people, you need to be in front of 10,000.
Yes.
You need to be in front of 15,000.
Because you're always going to only get a percentage of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So really, the boost really helps. And as much as I hated to use ads and I didn't want to spend money, Side Hustle Mentor a couple of years ago he started doing it, and I started seeing success, and I started doing it myself. And since doing it, I'm starting to see a lot more engagement, get a lot more exposure, and that's how you get the comments, right? People will ask all the time, how do you get more engagement? How do you get more comments? You got to get in front of more people. That's just where the bottom line is. Because I was just thinking there was something wrong with what I was doing, something wrong with the content I was putting out. I'm like, no, what I'm doing is great. But people will watch, but they won't engage. They won't comment. That's just one of the things I had to learn. The more people you're in front of, the better you're going to be.
Yeah, true.
And so we only have a few seconds left, a few minutes left. But one things that I wanted to talk to you about was the fitcation of the Revup. So we had our episode 1. We had LA Love.
Yes.
Right now, we are getting ready to go to a vegan block party.
Yeah.
And there is someone who we're going to talk to who has interest in coming to the fitcation as well.
Yes.
And so he's going to be someone we talk to, and he's possibly going to be there. And I'm not going to make any promises, but if it works out, if it does. If it does work out, I should say. If it doesn't work out, I should say.
No, we don't talk about what does not
That's
work
true. That's
out.
true.
We do not.
Yeah, I'm glad you come me up for that. Because if it turns out to be where we have him come on a vacation and he's going to do I think a holistic wellness kind of introduction kind of class. How excited are you about that? Do you think what are you excited that he can bring to this?
Absolutely. I mean, he could bring so much. No one person knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to learn. I always try to remain a student,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure he can bring so many like creative like ways, like us fusing together and like just listening to him and how long he's done it. I think it would be fantastic. I'm trying to be a little vague because I don't want to give too much away.
The mysterious guy in the background. So that's going to be exciting. We want to finish with like a few quick questions, like the top 3 questions.
Okay.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, it's too many. Because if I say one, I like that one too. And I like older movies and the newer movies. I mean, I'll go from Love Jones to Belly to watching Old School with Will Ferrell. Like, I'm telling you.
Will Ferrell? No.
You don't like that movie, Old School? It's an old movie, but it's funny as heck.
Will Ferrell, I'm out.
Really? It's funny as heck.
Will personally, so,
yeah. I mean, it's so many different movies, like.
But Love Jones and Belly is not a bad style.
Heck yeah.
Actually, I just watched Belly last week, actually.
You gotta have a little gangster in there,
A little bit.
A little bit.
You want to have question number 2? Just a random question top of your head?
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Oh, I can do number 2.
Yeah, you do number 2. Let me do the number 3.
What is your favorite... No, actually, take this back. You might have a CD in your car right now. Is there a CD in your car? CD player? You don't have a CD. What is your favorite song to listen to? Anytime.
It changes.
Okay, right now, what do you work out to? Who you?
Oh, what I work out to? Oh, it's been Drake and Meek Mill lately. It really has. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really has. That's crazy.
Drake and Meek Mill most of the time right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right now.
Are you a big concert person? You go to concerts?
I do love concerts. I haven't been to one recently, shame on me, but I do love concerts.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'll let Marquise finish it out.
And number 3 for me is actually, what do you enjoy most? Kind of like working out with like weights, or do you like more of the cardio type of workouts?
Weights.
Weights.
Yes. Weights are my friends.
What do you say to females who say weights are gonna make you look like a man?
Go to my page. I've been lifting weights. Well, if you want to go back to high school years, running track and stuff. But I've been doing weights for a minute, and I lift heavy. I squat 225. I rep 225 when I squat. So, and I don't look like a man. And I bench press currently 95 pounds. I think that's okay for a girl. You know, I'm not trying to be like competing with dudes like that. I'm just trying to be the best me. But I get in on the weights, like for real. And I do have my heavy days and light days, and I'm still very feminine.
Oh, definitely. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's good to know because, like I said, a lot. That's the common concern is that it's gonna make me look like a man when I lose weight. So I was just kind of wondering what your take was on that for the audience.
Yeah.
So
You have, but I will say this. I know you guys have to go. You have to have weights because if you're always doing cardio, you're gonna lean out, but you're not gonna have any definition. If you're trying to create curvature and definition, you have to do some degree of weights, and as your body adapts, you have to, go up in weights or reps or whatever the case. But that is how you create your physique with the weights. The cardio is just to help you lean out a little bit.
Okay, look at that. She's leaving us with the gym.
drop the gym on us. So.
Exactly. So we appreciate you guys listening to episode number 2.
Yes.
And we're excited for Jamie to be joining us on a vacation in Aruba.
So glad to have you today.
Yay! I am so lit right now. Y'all have no idea. I'm being calm, but I'm just saying.
So we're gonna head out to this vegan block party. So we'll talk about that next time.
Yes.
But for now, we appreciate you coming,
Much.
and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, thanks all.
See ya.